Good morning, everyone. I'm Claudio Sassanelli. I am Associate Professor at Politecnico di Bari, and I'm here to present the last event of the CERES project. We are in Aalborg at the Aalborg University for our last assembly of the project. You already know CERES. Unfortunately, this project is coming to the end. CERES stands for Circular Economy Innovation Ecosystems Redesigning Skills. So it is a project that has been dealing with the circular economy manufacturing in different industries to be pushed throughout society and in industry itself, manufacturing, through these innovation ecosystems that for us meant the CEDIH, our Circular Economy Digital Innovation Hub. That is one of our main results. As you know, CERES have been providing some courses, a lot of services that have been delivered through this hub. We had the core courses under the shape of MOOCs, we had the specialized modules, and we had also hackathons. Hackathons are the one of the main and more entertaining activities that we were delivering in these last 6 months. The hackathon for CERES was a European event. Actually, it was starting from 4 local events in different 4 countries. So Italy, Cyprus, Bulgaria, and Denmark. We had to organize them in different ways. We were experimenting different solutions to try to bring students to experiment with new challenges, to get in touch with real problems, to meet new people, to learn how to cope with these problems in a different way from the compared to the traditional approach that they have to deal with during the university path. As well, for companies, we had to gather some challenges. Actually, we got 15 challenges from them. They were pushed to propose new ideas, to get some solution, so different perspective on these solutions, and as well meet students, academia, and among students, of course, talents that we will present in this event as the winners of this competition. The characteristic of this hackathon, as I said before, we were involving different countries and different organizations. So Politecnico di Milano, Politecnico di Bari, and Arian were organizing the Italian hackathon in an hybrid way with the longest duration, so 5-7 days among organization and work of students. And this was really open to all the universities, and so not only for students of the organizing universities. Then we had the Cyprus and the Bulgarian hackathon. They were lasting less days, and they were done locally. The Denmark event as well was quite fast. They were reducing the competition in a few hours, in 1 day. But we had also the possibility to test with these different settings the results, the different results, the pros and cons of the 4 local hackathons that we have been designing since the beginning of the project. So in numbers, these hackathons, for Italy, we had 63 participants with 17 teams and 14 challenges. So we were proposing many challenges, and we tried to involve a lot of students, very heterogeneous in their team in terms of skills and also background. Then in the Cyprus and Bulgaria, we had similar number, respectively 19 and 14 students with 5 and 4 teams that were coping with 3 challenges, so a very reduced amount of challenges that they had then to select and to work on. And finally, the Danish hackathon was the one that was reaching, let's say, a balance between all the solutions. We had also in this case 16 students gathered in 3 teams, but they had to select a challenge from 10 options. The steps of the hackathon. So each of these local hackathon was set in this way. We had to recruit students from both higher education and vocational and educational training. Once the CERES consortium had the possibility, local organizers had the possibility to recruit the students, the teams had to gather in groups. The students had to gather in groups and to choose the challenge. Of course, depending on the local hackathon and how it was set up, it was more or less difficult to select the challenge to be coped with. And then they had to work on the project to propose their own solution, innovative, sustainable, circular. And they had to prepare a 7-minute pitch to be presented and evaluated by the CERES community. So we evaluated this pitch. We grant winners with some awards, but also with certificates and badges that have been delivered through the hub. So our hub was our main means of communication with students, with all the also for the organizers of the local events. And then we have to say that we are here because the local first place goes further in the competition in the European Hackathon to compete for the final award. So today we are in the final ceremony, and we are going to communicate who are the winners. Who are the winners of this final local European competition. Before going to the winners, we would like to remind who are the candidates. No, so we have 1 team per each of the local hackathons. We know that there is the Italian team, the LED team. They were trying to propose an innovative solution, urban furniture solution for collecting micro-wastes. Then the Green Reborn, the team from Bulgaria, they were trying to support the business model and the service portfolio composition of the Center of Competence Clean and Circular to sustain its circular transition. Then in Cyprus, we had the OEB team. They were involved in the definition and development of a autonomous water recovery system. And finally, the Trashformers from Denmark. In the last event that we were dealing up to March 2026, they were proposing a shopping platform for surplus materials for building industry. So all of these solutions were quite innovative and exciting in terms of ideas and proposals and ways in which they were presented in the pitch. So we had yesterday, we gathered as the CERES consortium in terms as a jury. We were 15 people from all the organization of the CERES consortium. And in the CERES project, we are 10 participants coming from 6 countries. So each of our partners had the possibility to give their own evaluation to these pitches. And we had to evaluate again these projects, these pitches, based on the same criteria that were used in the local hackathon. So in the local hackathon, we were using these 5 criteria, so the quality of the solution, the originality, how much it was innovative, how much these solutions were addressing the sustainability under the triple bottom line perspectives, so social, economical, and environmental. And finally, feasibility, because it's not only a matter of proposing a compliant solution, an original and sustainable solution, delivering also and addressing also circularity, but then we have also to understand if these solutions are feasible. So if companies could actually use these ideas to be inserted in their process organizations and portfolios. Finally, and this is also a quite important criterion, the presentation. So the quality of the presentation, how the students, the groups were able to answer, to address the guidelines and the requirements in terms of pitch. So they had to respect the 7-minute pitch. They have to involve all the students of the components of the group. They have to speak clearly to be effective in their communication. And this was quite a big, an important criterion to select, to prioritize the different projects that were competing for this last fantastic event. So we came to the most important moment of this broadcasting. And we are starting from the last position. Last position is occupied from, we decided to select 2 different groups, so to give award to all of the groups. And the first place is tied. We have in the first place we have tied the groups from Cyprus and the group from Bulgaria. So they were very well done projects, but we have to say that they were a bit. They had to improve the quality of their presentation. Also, sometimes, so in terms of originality, they could be, let's say, better explored. But as we were saying before, all of the 4 projects were of high quality, being the winners of the local hackathon. So it's even a success also for Cyprus and Bulgaria's team to be there. Second place is occupied by the Italian team, so the LED team. The Italian team was proposing a really interesting solution for the urban furniture for collecting cigarette butts, to be extended then with an ecosystem solution involving other organizations. So they were able to propose a really sustainable and feasible project. But we have to say that compared to the first place, the first place team was, of course, the Trashformers, the Denmark Trashformers team. Congratulations for that. And we decided to give this award, to this rate to the Danish team, because of the effectiveness and the originality of the presentation, apart the quality, the level of addressing the sustainability, the feasibility, but the most important point was their interactive and original way to present their solution in the video pitch. So again, congratulations to all the participants of the 4 local CERES Hackathons, and congratulations to the winners of these 4 local CERES Hackathon that were competing. We had the pleasure to watch again their pitches yesterday, and we had also the possibility to compare the results of the different settings that we were planning to have in the 4 countries. At this point, I would like to broadcast the video pitch of the winning team, Transformers. So I leave you to watching this video and see you later. Thanks.
Well, hi guys.
Hi Jonas.
Hi. Have we finished the solution yet?
Yeah, we just wrapped it up.
Then it's time to do the presentation.
Yeah, you can just start the presentation.
Well, perfect. Hey everybody, we are the Transformers, and we are 6 master students on the master's degree of Operations and Innovation Management. That means that we focus on supply chain, logistics, digital platforms, and sustainable business models. And Anders, what was the problem we're working with?
Well, if you walk over here, I'll walk you through it.
Perfect. Christian, can you bring the camera?
All right, so we did challenge 14 in the hackathon where we talked about EDIH construction, where we were proposed a problem of how can a construction company increase its profit by introducing circular economy practices on the construction site. So first of all, we wanted to look into how big is this problem and how big is the construction industry. So we found that the construction industry accounts for 30 to 40% of all waste worldwide. And just think about the potential of introducing circular economy into this. We also looked into EU, where a lone construction site accounts for 500 million tons per year, and that's a huge number. We also looked into that construction sites on average order 10 to 15% more materials than they actually need. So we know there's a huge surplus with huge amounts of unused potential.
Well, that sounds like quite a challenge.
Yeah.
So what was our solution to this?
Well, we actually developed something over in this department.
Hey guys, I was wondering if you could tell me about the solution.
Oh yeah, sure. I can tell you. We're just shopping right now on the Transformers, as you can see here, and we are just looking at some different materials, both virgin materials and actually also secondary materials. So you can buy both things directly from some construction companies to a very good price, and that is both good for the buyer but also for the seller. So we have a really win-win situation. And as you can see, we have XL Construction who is selling these items. And you can see it has a pretty good rating. So we have a rating system. So you actually can see how good the materials are. Also, we have a sort of algorithm who can calculate how much CO2 you are saving on each element, which is also really good. Yeah, so I'm sure we can tell you all day about this, but we don't have time.
Well, that sounds like quite a good solution. But what is the impact of this?
Oh, we actually talked about the impact over there, so you can walk.
Well, hi, Emilio.
Hi.
Can you tell us about the impact?
Yes, of course. So in the impact, we normally talk about these 3 kind of impacts: sustainability, the social impact, and lastly, but not least, the economic impact. Starting up with the sustainable impact. With Transformers, we will reduce the use of virgin materials worldwide because we will now enable industry companies to trade with each other. This will also just decrease the global CO2 emissions on the industry sector. Going into the social impact, what we also do is that we now enable them to trade materials which are much cheaper, and therefore there can be more affordable housing in the EU. And lastly, we also foster collaboration among these individual players. So before, they were kind of isolated players. Now we actually enable them to interact with each other in a network perspective. Lastly but not least, the economic perspective, really important also. We have an example here where we have 100 tons of specific materials on a construction site. They have a disposal cost normally of around 80 euros per ton in the EU. We estimate that on the platform they will have a resale value of 50 euros per ton. Without Transformers, previously they would have to pay 8,000 euro to dispose these materials. But with Transformers, they can now resell this for 5,000 euros, which actually makes the business case impact on 13,000 euro. So it's clear to see that with Transformers, we make a great impact on this.
Well, that sounds like quite a large impact here. So what is the call to action?
If you head over to our boss, you can talk to him.
Well, hi, Jakob. Can you tell us a little bit about
Hi,
the call to
Jonas.
action?
Yeah, I would like to conclude this video here. So, to conclude, the construction industry generates millions of tons of unnecessary waste every year. But much of that waste is not waste at all. It's unused value. So here at Transformers, we transform surplus materials into tradable resources. And we do that by or through our digital marketplace. So by connecting construction companies, we can reduce waste, lower emissions, and create economical value at the same time. So our call to action is simple. If you're interested in circular construction, digital marketplaces, and sustainable supply chains, we would love to collaborate. Let's transform construction waste into opportunity. Thank you. Out.
Okay, so as you could have seen, this video pitch was really interactive. They were able to propose a very innovative solution. It was a platform that was working in a really good way. So it was a real twin transition solution. Companies could get in touch with each other to be coping with circularities issues and to reach material efficiency. One of the aim of the scopes of this solution was to reduce wastes and to be more efficient in the use of the waste and find a sort of symbiosis in the flows of the different businesses. I guess that this kind of presentation is also due to the project-based way of teaching of Aalborg University. So it is really a good result of the teaching methods that are used in Aalborg. Yes, of course, this doesn't mean that who presented it traditional way was not effective, but it was really also a pleasure to watch the Transformers video that were going out of the box, let's say, no? So for all the other videos, of course, if you are curious about them, you can contact us. We can share them to let you know, let you realize better how we judged each of your projects. Yeah, of course, it has been a pleasure to be working in the CERES project. We had very important results, quite exciting numbers also compared to the plan of the proposal at the beginning of this path. Unfortunately, it is coming to the end, but we will still be active. So continue following us. All our means will be active. The hub will be there. The certification, the courses will be there for you. So thanks for addressing. Thanks for addressing for attending the event, and see you soon. No, capito.